Okay, so we drove 2.5 hours from home, walk into the city center, and just stopped. 89 Art Nouveau palaces, a clock tower that's been tracking the moon since 1790, a hill above the city where everything suddenly makes sense. This is Oradea, Romania. So, Oradea is in northwestern Romania, right on the border with Hungary, like 10 kilometers away from it. And that matter because this city spent centuries changing hands between empires: Roman, Hungarian, Ottoman, Habsburg. Each one left something behind. The Habsburgs left the most. Between 1890 and 1914, they basically rebuilt the whole city in Art Nouveau. Brought architectures from Vienna, Budapest, Paris. The results? It's what we are going to look at right now. We are going to take you through the whole weekend, what we saw, what we ate, what completely surprised us. Stay for the food section because we found some places that were genuinely unreal. First stop, the Black Eagle Palace, Palatul Vulturul Negru. And look, we walk past the entrance the first time. It's on a corner. You turn your head and suddenly there's this covered arcade running through the building and you have to go in. Look up. That's original stained glass from 1908, just restored, but original design. We stood here for probably 5 minutes just looking at the ceiling like completely tourists. The detail that got us: this building was designed to look like a bird with wings spread open when seen from above. In 1908, when nobody could fly yet, they built it that way anyway, just for the idea of it. That's the kind of city Oradea is. Okay, the Moon Church. We have to talk about the Moon Church. That tower, you see the sphere up there? Half gold, half black? It's been rotating continuously since 1790 to show the current phase of the moon in real time every single day for 235 years. Never stopped. We got to Piața Unirii, and it was one of those moments where you generally don't say anything for a while. You just look. Every building around the square is a different pastel color: pale pink, mint green, cream, soft blue. It looks almost painted, like a film set, except it's completely real and people live here. We kept saying Little Paris feels like an underestimated. Strada Republicii is the main pedestrian boulevard and it's basically an open air museum, except with an amazing ice cream and reasonable prices, which is not something you get in actual museum. Palace after palace after palace, Apollo, Stern, Moscovitz, each one trying to outdo the next one. Floral facades, sculpted balconies, geometric mosaics. And all of it recently restored, so the colors are vivid and everything looks incredible on camera. Fun fact we didn't know before this trip: Oradea is on the Art Nouveau European route, same list as Brussels, Barcelona, and Paris. Let's move to the food part, because this is the part we were not expecting to be as good as it was. So, we ate at 3 or 4 places, and we are going to be honest about all of them. Hanul cu Noroc first. And honestly, if you go to Oradea and skip this place, we'll be personally offended. It has almost 7,000 reviews for a reason. We had the ciorba de varză cu afumătură. That's sauerkraut soup with smoked meat, and a ciorba de vită, which is beef broth soup. Both extraordinary. Proper old school, the kind of soup that makes you feel like someone grandma made it specially for you. Then we share a trio platter. The portions were massive. We couldn't finish it. The prices, you can see them on the menu, are generally low for what you get. This is kind of place where you eat well and don't think about the bill. Next, Csiki Söröző was a completely different vibe, more beer pub than restaurant, but in the best way. It's run by the Csiki Söröző Craft Brewery, which is a Transylvanian brand, and they have full range on top. We had a craft beer with raspberry. That was excellent. And food? Mici grilled over open flame with mustard. You need to try that combination. And a ceafă țigănească with roasted potatoes. The pork neck was smoky and tender. The potatoes were perfectly crispy on the outside. The staff were traditional costumes, which sounds like it could be touristy, but somehow isn't. It just fits the whole atmosphere of the place. Check the menu within for the current prices. Everything was very reasonable. We also had a shawarma. Remember when I said that the Ottoman Empire was here? Yes, we had a shawarma at Shaormeria La Turcu. Look, sometimes you've been working for 6 hours and you need something fast and good and cheap. And this hit exactly right. Sometimes the best food decision is the honest one. And at Baile Felix, the day we went to the thermal spa, we had some placinte, traditional pastries, cheese, and potato filling from a local spot near the resort. Warm, fresh, out of the oven, cost almost nothing. Perfect end to that afternoon. And then Dealul Ciuperca, Mushroom Hill. It's a viewpoint above the city, short drive or walk from the center, completely free. From up there, everything you've been walking through for 2 days becomes a single picture. The Art Nouveau domes, the fortress, the Crișul Repede river. We didn't really say much up here, we just film and look. And one tip, go there at the sunset. And if you wonder why the name mushroom, because comes from a restaurant that used to stand at the top, built in the shape of a mushroom in the 1950s. There was a chapel here before that, for centuries. It's always been the place where people come to see the city hall. And honestly, it works. It makes sense from up here in a way it doesn't from the street. Already at night, it's a completely different city. The Art Nouveau palaces are lit up, Warm light on the ornate facades, the colors you saw during the day now golden and dramatic against the dark sky. The Crișu Repede river catches every reflection, the bridges, the lights from the buildings, all of it doubled in the water below. We walked across the bridge and just stood there for a while, watching the reflections move. It's one of those things that photographs don't quite capture, the way the whole city glows at night, calm and warm and completely unhurried. If you're visiting, don't rush back to your accommodation after sunset. Give it an extra hour. Walk the boulevard at night, sit by the river, cross the bridge. Oradea earned it. We came here not knowing what to expect, and we came back home talking about it for weeks. It has great architecture, great food, a hill with the best free view you've found, and a genuine atmosphere that doesn't feel performed for tourists. We have two more videos from this trip. One goes inside a medieval furnace and a museum with no windows. That turns out to be one of the strangest places you've ever been. The other one is about thermal waters and a motorcycle parade we absolutely did not plan for. Subscribe if you don't want to miss those. Drop us a comment and tell us if you heard of Oradea before this. We hadn't, and really wish someone told us sooner. Bye!